Indiana University Athletic Director Fred Glass cites inconsistencies as his reason for dismissing head basketball coach Tom Crean. Glass met with the press Thursday and says the national search begins immediately for Crean's replacement. IU Athletic Director Fred Glass says he made his decision to dismiss head coach Tom Crean Wednesday night and met with him Thursday morning. Glass says the decision to fire Crean was not a 1-year or 4-year decision, but a 9-year decision.
The extension wasn't something that I was prepared to do because even though we have had success, I just think both between and within seasons, it's just been too inconsistent for our expectations.
Crean will continue to be paid $4 million for the next 3 years. Unless he's hired for a comparable job, then the salary offsets. Glass will conduct a national search for a new coach, consulting with basketball experts and former IU players.
I don't think we can overstate what a big deal this hire is.
A couple athletic officials, along with trainer Tim Garl and assistant coach Derek Elston, will act as the transition team until a new coach is named. The players are on spring break and will meet Sunday night. And Mike Miller joins us from the Herald-Times, been covering IU basketball here. So I think we got a better idea of Glass's decision, but it took about 30 minutes into that press conference yesterday when he said he had 3 options: extend his contract, wait a year, or, as what happened, dismiss Crean. Do you think in the long run this is going to be better for IU and Crean himself?
I think so, certainly in the case of Tom Crean. You know, he'd been here 9 years, taken a lot of heat. And that heat had reached his family, too. I mean, it's a tough situation when you're living in Bloomington, you're the IU basketball coach. It's a fishbowl, and it's really tough on a lot of people. I think he'd been through a lot of heat, and really that extension was not coming as far as that long-term security that he needs to continue recruiting, continue being a guy who's comfortable and firmly in place as Indiana's basketball coach. And particularly, too, when you look at Tom Crean and the way he recruits, he likes to get in early with, 8th grade prospects, high school freshmen, guys like that. So if he's only got 3 years, it's really hard to go out on the recruiting trail and actually promise that to those guys that he's going to be around 4 years from now.
Have you reached out to Crean or any of the players or heard anything?
I tried Tom Crean yesterday, but he's still, I think, kind of grieving the whole process of losing the job. But some former players have spoken out. Max Bielfeld talked to us last night, and he expressed a lot of gratitude because when he came to Indiana last year, prior to last season, he had been a bit of a role player at Michigan. I think when he got to Indiana, though, Tom Crean really tapped into some things. He became more of a shooter. He obviously became an instant impact team leader type guy. So he was really grateful for just the on-court leadership stuff that Tom Crean instilled in him, and also just the place he gave him in the locker room too.
So we just have a few seconds left, but of course the top 3 candidates that you're hearing about right now.
I think one guy you got to look at is Virginia's Tony Bennett. He has Midwest roots. His father was a coach a long time at Wisconsin. I think right down the road at Dayton, Archie Miller's had some nice success at the mid-major level. There's going to be a lot of names coming out both in college and in the NBA that we're going to be keeping track of the next few weeks, I think.
Okay, thank you very much.
You're welcome.